Yo, what's going on? What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So listen, I'm going to tell you how you can get a woman obsessed with you. How you get a girl to really be feeling you, right? So
what's going on, everybody? www.themanmindset.com. It's your boy, The Dean. Class is in session. You know what, guys? What I want to talk to you guys today about is attraction. And the thing for a lot of you guys is that you think you get a pass straight to attraction when you meet a woman. That's not going to happen. In order to do that, guys, you have to make sure you get curiosity.
The following is rated TV MALSV. It contains strong language. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Welcome to the Dating Advice Hour with your hosts, Mr. Locario and Steve the Dean Williams. This show will teach you how to keep conversations going, how to be more attractive, more confident, more masculine, how to be better at knowing what to say to a woman, and have a more satisfied dating and sex life. Mr. Locario is the bad boy of the dating game. BadBoyMembership.com is where you can go to step up your game, as Mr. Locario provides you with detailed step-by-step dating advice, audio-video tutorials every month. Steve the Dean Williams has been teaching men about dating, sex, and manhood for over 25 years. From building yourself to having the perfect marriage, his website is www.themanmindset.com. The call-in number is 515-605-9373. That's 515-605-9373. Take it away, guys.
All right, we're back. Missed everybody last week, but my bad. That was on me and everything. Mr. Locario, how you doing, man?
What's going on? I'm good. What's going on with you?
Man, I can't call it, man. Just it's another Friday. Seeing what's going on, man. Just doing our thing, answering emails for an hour and chopping it up, man.
Exactly. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
All right, let's make it happen, guys. If y'all want to call in, the number is 515-605-9373. That is 515-605-9373. We're getting to the emails. I read 3, Mr. Locario reads 3. And we answer questions, and then we wrap this motherfucker up. So let me get into the very first one. It's kind of a long one, but shit, we got time. All right, Mr. Locario. I have known her for a month and been texting maybe twice a day for the past week. She invited me to a party on Friday, which is today. She was really, flustered and awkward once I got there. I felt kind of like I came on too strong and I said things that I shouldn't have and probably held back my feelings for her. I tried to kiss her and she didn't pull away, but didn't exactly kiss me back. She just had a big smile on her face and didn't do anything. Saw her later on that day. She seemed okay around me, not flirty as usual. She said that she was tired. Someone mentioned to her that she had a scrawl on her face or something and was acting odd. Let's see here. I felt like something was up, and I ended up bailing. Now, Saturday night, he sent her 3 groups of text messages, okay? Saturday night, he texted her. He said, hey, thanks for inviting me to M's party. You're a lot of fun to hang out with, and by the way, your feet don't smell as bad as you think. Fuck is that? Okay, I'm just gonna keep reading. She said, "Hey, no problem. I just," she said, she said, "No problem. I'm just tired, and I'm just trying to eat some mac and cheese. You got me." And let's see here. She was just hungover from the last night. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry." He said, "I hope you feel better." And then she texted me the next afternoon. "Hey, sorry I fell asleep, had to work today." He said, "No problem. I was out early last night. Took a nap this afternoon too. Ha ha ha." 4 hours later, she said, "Wow, you sleep a lot." He said, "Yes, I'm a tired boy." Later on, she said, "Sorry for the delay. I was up on deck with this amazing view of the ocean. Did you have a good day?" After no response, we didn't talk that day. Now, this is the last group. I'm sorry. This is a lot of shit. Anyway, so here are the questions that he's asking. Okay. is it a big deal that she just glossed over me trying to set up plans, or didn't she have fun with me too? Then next question is, well, let me ask you let me just start with those questions. We got 4 questions here. So the first question he's asking, is it a big deal that she just glossed over me trying to set up plans, or didn't she say that she had a fun time? So how would you answer that one? Miss Lucario. I don't know if we got Miss Lucario. Is Miss Lucario there? He must have himself on mute. Miss Lucario. All right. I don't know. I must have lost him. Hopefully he'll call right back in. He must have had a little technical difficulty. We'll have him call right back in. But let me go ahead and kind of discuss what is happening here. I kind of don't understand what's going on here. But once we get Mr. Lucario back on, get his input. But anyway, I will keep let me keep talking about this because he has a few questions, and I'll answer these questions, and we'll get Mr. Lucario. Oh, here he is. He's back on. Mr. Lucario, did you hear what I was saying? Hello, Mr. Lucario. We cannot hear you. Hello.
I hear you.
All right.
Hello.
Yeah. What happened to your phone? What's going on? Yeah. What happened?
I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now, brother. Yeah. So
okay, good. I don't know what's going on.
All right, no problem. So
you was asking. So you was asking why he was saying why did she gloss over him
trying
making
to set
plans?
up plans? Yeah, but he wasn't making any plans. I don't see any plans. But yeah, that's the first question. He's got 3 of them.
That's what I was gonna. Right. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I didn't hear anything of him making plans with her. You know what I mean? It seemed like a lot of just like, how's your day? What's up? And, talking about feet or something. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't hear him saying, hey, let's go do this day. I'll pick you up. I'll see you here. Like, I didn't hear any of that stuff. You know what I mean? I didn't hear him asking her out or saying, hey, let's do this on this day. I don't understand where he's saying she glossed over it because I didn't hear any plans. So, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah.
So I don't know how, because in his thought process where he's thinking she glossed over plans, I'm just saying I don't think he made any plans. Or if he think he did, he really didn't, because I didn't hear anything, you didn't hear anything, so most likely she didn't hear anything. You see what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, that's okay. That's question 1 from him. Now the second one is, why was she? Well, here's the thing. And I first I replied with you at that one. I agree. A lot of boring text. He never said anything about a date or anything. But here is the next question he asked: is I feel like if I was in her shoes, I wouldn't say that to somebody who I'm attracted to. Why isn't that? Why? If does she find me attractive or doesn't she find me attractive? That's basically the question.
So he wants to know if she finds him attractive?
Yes.
Is that what he's saying? Well, this is the thing. I feel like he hasn't done anything to elicit a response from her to see if she is attracted to him. Because, like, he's not really like flirting with her. He's not talking to her in a certain way. He's not really making any moves. So how do we know if she's attracted to him if she's not giving her anything to, like, respond to? He's giving her no sexual tension, no sexual chemistry. So how do we know? You know what I mean? Like, so she could or she couldn't be. She could just be there, because he's there and she's getting attention from him. We don't know, but he's not really doing anything to let us, to give some reply or response to let us know if she's interested. So, I can't even tell. He needs to do certain things so that we could see if anything is going on. You know what I mean?
Right. And the fourth one is, what's up with the no response? She's never done that before. So remember, he texted her. She took about 4 hours, I guess, to respond back. So he wants to know what's up with the no response.
Well, I think also, too, the reason why she's not responding is because he's not making any concrete plans. He's not really flirting with her to create any, sexual attention. And he seems like at this point just some guy who she might see as just a friend, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And she's kind of bored with the situation because he's not really doing anything to spice anything up. So that's, there's really no reason for her to keep responding because he's not directing the conversation in any direction to make anything go, in a certain situation where he wants it to be. So I think that could be what it is.
Yeah, and the last question is, where do we go from here? Do I text her between now and then, which I guess is today, or do I wait to see her? Do I apologize for possibly coming on too strong? I know this definitely sounds really insecure, but I've been in this situation before and fucked up, so I don't want to repeat the same mistake.
Oh my goodness. He hasn't done it. He hasn't even done anything. It's almost like this dude is like his whole situation is non-existent. Like there's nothing to go off here. You know what I mean? Like all it sounds like is a dude texting a girl and she just stopped texting him just out of the blue because he wasn't really saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it sounds like to me. So, but then in his perspective, he's thinking about, because, he's thinking about it in all these different ways. He's thinking, she didn't return my call because she's not feeling me, or she ignored when I said, let's go out, but we didn't even see him say anything about it. So he's not I think he wants to make stuff happen, but he's not really making it happen. And then he's looking at her responses to what he thinks he did. It's weird. It's like the whole thing is weird. Like he's not really doing anything, but then expecting a certain response, but there's no response because he didn't do anything. You know what I mean? So it's like everything is up in the air and nothing's really happening because he's not making anything happen. And I think the part that guys don't understand is that nothing really happens unless you are proactive and you do something. You have to create these situations with these women. Women are very passive. Women are very passive-aggressive. So you have to be the one that's more assertive and more aggressive in order to make anything happen. So he needs to just be a little bit more, like he has to just go in and be more direct and make something happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think him trying to prevent himself from making a mistake is the mistake right there, because it seems like if he's doing the same thing, I don't mind him going in for the kiss and all that other stuff, but I don't think he marinated enough to even do that, because I think it wasn't even a date. They were just hanging out. And the fact that they're talking, I just don't understand why people talk about nothing. If you're on the phone with a fine-ass woman, why are you talking about shit that has nothing to do with it? And again, I think the worst problem with a lot of guys is that they think they need a bunch of small talk to try to show the woman that they're not just about ass and titties and all this other stuff.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I think there's a way that you could talk to her without letting her know it's about ass and titties, but also letting her know that it's kind of about the ass and titties, because I don't want to be your best friend. I don't want to be in that friend zone bullshit that you have with everybody else.
Right.
I don't want to be that guy. So I think he messed up from point one. But him not trying to mess up again is messing up again, because I don't think he learned from his mistakes, Mr. Lucario. I think he's repeating the same thing over.
Right.
Man. So.
Right.
So yeah, man. All right. I'm sorry for the long. I'm sorry for the long email, but you up, fam? You up, man?
All right. Cool. So, all right. So this one says, "Hey, how's it going? So there's this girl I've been talking to. We text each other all the time. FaceTime a lot, and at first I asked her what she thought of me, like what she thought I could be to her. She said, oh, I don't know. I've been crushing on you, but I'm not going to lie. I feel like we have a good friendship, and I don't want things to get weird between us. Eventually I told her, because I care about you so much, that's fine by me. Let's not have any labels. I don't want to be your man, boyfriend, friend, or fuck friend. Let's just be two people who care about each other and have each other's best interests at heart. Basically, a friend I know. She said that was a great idea, but out of nowhere, she starts flirting with me purposely, showing off her body constantly to me on FaceTime. telling me, well, we should fuck. Eventually, I give in, and I'm like, okay, let's fuck tomorrow. Then she gets mad and says, oh, so when I ask to fuck, you're ready to meet up right away. But when I try to just when I just try to just hang, it takes way longer. That was somewhat true. The only reason it's like that, though, is because I don't have any money to hang out, go to the movies and shit. But fucking somebody doesn't require any money. You just show up and fuck. She called me a tip nigger, and that pissed me off. I actually care about this girl, though. I want to have a Tupac and Jada Smith type relationship with her.
Oh, fuck.
Jada always said Tupac was her best friend, and their friendship was beyond words. What do I do, and why does she act this way? All right, what's your thoughts?
Fuck, Mr. Lucario. Fuck me, man. Oh, gosh. Mr. Lucario, what the fuck is a Tupac Jada? Let's take it. All right, let's start at the top of this where he was like, let's not label ourselves. What kind of lion doesn't label himself king of the beat? This is crazy to me. How in the fuck do you expect to get a respect from a woman when you, as a man, you need to tell her what's up? You don't ask her opinion on shit. He's asking her opinion, so he got what he got. Then let me Miss Carr, let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Come closer, dog. Let me tell you something. So, if I'm on the phone with a woman and she tries to offer me some ass, and I'm like, all right, I'll be over there in a little while, and she says that shit to me. Wait. Let me back up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Her heart pumps enough blood to go through her muscles to even form her mouth to even say that shit to me, and I say, yeah, I'm coming over, and then she wants to get mad and upset at me for Miss Lucario before she finishes her sentence. I'm hanging up the fucking phone. I'm done. Mr. Lucario, I am done. You are fired. Mm-hmm. And the problem with this guy is she sees him at she just called him out his name, disrespected him, and yet this motherfucker still wants a relationship with someone who disrespected him. Mr. Lucario, help me out on this shit, dog, because I am truly lost right now, man.
Well, it's funny, too, because he said that he asked her, what does she think about him? And what does she think that he could be to her? Like, he's basically showing, like, how he's bending over backwards for her. He's putting her on the pedestal. You know what I'm saying? God. So from the jump, he's asking her this stuff, and then she responds and says, well, I don't know what we would be or whatever. And then he goes into, let's just, be friends and don't worry about the labels and all this other stuff. And like the last email, like you were saying, that he seems like he's one of those dudes who feel like telling the girl that he wants to fuck her or that he wants to be on some fuck buddy type shit or whatever. He feels like I shouldn't say that because that might be too offensive to her, and I don't want to be disrespectful, so I'm going to go this friend route. You know what I'm saying? And try to do that. So he's like, let's just be people who care about each other. And then so now, like you said, he was saying to her, okay, well, let's have sex. And then she gets all mad and all this other stuff. And the reason why, and this is what I be telling guys, man, like the reason why these women will respond to you that way is because they know you want to smash, but you're pretending you don't want to smash. And so since women like attention anyway, which is why she's on FaceTime showing him, her body and doing all that, they still like the attention. But at the same time, she still sees that he's phony. You understand? Which is why she has no respect for him, because he wants to fuck, but he's trying to pretend that he doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
Miss Lucario,
so
yes.
these guys got to stop acting like they don't want to make something happen and be scared to really go in and just let a girl know what it is. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and we do have a phone call.
Crazy. What's your
314. I'll bring you in 1 second. I just want to say this last thing with you, Mr. Cario. This is why guys need men like us, because his thinking is his problem, because you can only think to your level. You can't go beyond your level when you are telling yourself that I remember in the third grade. Maybe it was the second grade. I admit I did it a lot of times in the second and third grade. Miss Lucario, I used to write on a piece of paper, I like you. Do you like me? Check the box, yes or no.
Right.
I used to fold it up and pass it to the guys to give to the girl so she can check it and get it back to me. But when I grew up, I never asked a woman what the fuck she think about me, because you don't need to tell the son he's the son. You don't need to tell a king he's a king. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. But anyway, let me shut the fuck up and let's go and grab this call. Guys, I want to call in 515-605-9373 is the number. Area code 314, sir. What's your name, where you calling from, and what's your question?
What's up? This is Big Sean from St. Louis. How you doing today, D?
What's up, Sean? What you got, man? What's up?
Yeah, I had a couple of questions. My first question is, there's a protest going on downtown in the area that I wanted to go out hunting tonight, because there's this new club where they're giving out salsa dancing. I want to check it out, but the protest is going down around that area. They close a lot of places down, and I guess would it be a safe area to go out hunting? Like, should I still go out hunting, or should I go somewhere else?
I would stay away from the protests, because I don't want you to get hit by no fucking, what is that, fucking smoking shit, Macario? Yeah. Stay the fuck away from that shit. Lucario, what you got on that first question, man?
Yeah, I would just say try to find another area that got something else going on. You know what I mean? Like, don't go in that zone where all that energy is popping, because, it's still, in the middle of all of that, you know what I'm saying? It's not really a good situation to be in if you're trying to really make something happen with chicks. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just going to be a distraction, and it's going to be in the way if you're trying to really make something happen. You know what I mean? So I feel like you should try to find another spot or a different thing that's going on, and then do that. You know what I mean?
Right. That's cool. And hey, what's up, Mr. Lucario? I didn't know you were on
good.
On also.
All right, what's your next question, man?
Good. Okay, my second question is that I've been working on trying to lose weight, and I've been doing Insanity, and I lost about 50 pounds so far, but I'm doing Focus C25, and they have their own like nutrition plan, and I mean, I did it like only the first week, and I lost like 13 pounds within the first week, but the only problem is like the food's really, buying the food is expensive, and, I'm not a huge, I would have to cook constantly, and I still stay with my parents. I don't have, it's hard to like meal prep for the future, because there's not enough room in the refrigerator to keep that food in there. So should I just wait to get my own place, so then I can, it'd be easier for me to meal prep better, or should I like invest in getting my own refrigerator and do it that way?
Mr. Cario.
So your
Go ahead.
So your question is, since you're doing this weight loss stuff, you're trying to say, is it better to get your own spot so you have more space to do your thing? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. That's my question.
You could do both. Like, do what you could do now while you're at your parents' house, but at the same time, try to get your own spot so that you can make it a little bit more easier for you to make shit happen. And if you're saying you ain't got no room in the fridge and this is happening, that's happening, then, try to get your own spot regardless. Like, you should be trying to get your own spot anyway, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to make things easier for you in the long run. So, you know, but still do what you're doing now, but at the same time, you got to get your own spot. So do both. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I still want to get my own spot regardless. I'm just saying as far as trying to, I guess, sticking with the nutrition plan that they offer, trying to lose weight. That's
but Sean, you don't have to buy their shit. You can calorie count. There's several things you can do, man. You can go to the store and get the diet. What are those diet meals that are like
smart ones?
Yeah, whatever. Any of that stuff, man. Eat vegetables and fucking stay away from this sugary shit. And I mean, you don't have to do what they're doing. Just follow their program, but you can figure it out yourself. So you don't want to get a bunch of shit you don't need, and you don't have a place to store it anyway. So just get what you can for the day, eat that shit, and keep that shit moving, man. Okay.
Okay, I can do that.
All right, now what's your next question?
No, that's it.
Okay.
That's all.
All right, well, thank you, Sean. We'll throw you back in the queue, man. Thank you, brother. All right, so let me go ahead and go to my email number 2. This is a short one. It's not bad. Well, fuck. It is kind of long. All right, not too long. Okay. Not too long. All right, here we go. All right. I noticed from the last few women I've talked to that I'm losing the interaction midway through, and I'm not sure why. I consider myself intermediate, and I would be advanced if I could close more. I am great at approaching, no issues with this. I focus on a component in which the girl controls. He focuses on her hair, body language, or fashion. What the fuck? Which they really love. I've had a response of, aren't you polite, or that's so complimentary. The approach goes like this. The approach is where she's going and doing. I talk about where I was going and doing. I talk about her career and job. Same story. Girl decides to leave. I throw I guess a Hail Mary. I don't know what that is. And go for a number, and I get the boyfriend rejection. I think it might be a vibing issue, but I noticed midway through the interaction, the girl body, I don't know, she said girl body rocks to leave. I don't know what that means. A lack of connection in my approaches. What are your thoughts? The fuck, dude? Shit.
That's probably what the issue is, that he don't know how to express himself correctly, which is why he's having a lack of success. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Fuck.
Because that's actually a big thing, because I get a lot of emails where dudes they'll write a certain way, and it's hard for me to read it, and I'm just like, man, if this is how you write, and then if you talk in this way, it's going, if you actually do talk this way, it's going to be hard for you to communicate with these girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But I think even beyond that, I would just say, like, he, because he was saying he's having a problem closing the deal. Is that what it is? Like getting the numbers and all that other stuff?
Yeah. He's apparently he's getting the I got a boyfriend response or whatever. So.
Right. I think too. What guys got to understand is that a lot of your success is going to come from what you do when you approach to right before you're about to like close that deal, either give her your number or get her number, whatever it is, because within that time frame, she's judging whether or not she wants to take your number or give you the number. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because sometimes a chick, she might see you off the cuff and might be, she might be attracted to you physically. So at first she's thinking, oh, this guy is, cute. I'm going to go blah. And then you approach her and you don't know how to talk and you don't know how to say something. And then she changes her mind. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be the flip side where a guy comes up and approaches her and she doesn't think he's like that physically attractive, but then he starts spitting that game and then now she's all into him and then she gives his number. So a lot of times that has to do with what you're doing within the before you actually try to close the deal. So I always tell guys that you have to make sure that you're always practicing talking to girls and interacting with women, because the more you practice, how do your mouthpiece get, and then also you start to understand social cues to understand whether or not a girl is feeling you, if she's not feeling you, if she's sexually attracted to you, if you're actually building the sexual tension right, if you're knowing when to, really go in and when to fall back. Like, all of these things need to happen, or you need to know how to do that in order for you to get more success, because you want to be able to be, to master that in those type of interactions. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that you know that you're at least doing the things you're supposed to do, so that when you are trying to close the deal, it's more likely that she's going to actually, want to see you again and do all this other stuff. But, that's really what happens. But
to me there's a few issues I have with this, because if you look at it, he's saying that he's talking about body and fashion. I don't even understand where fashion comes in with this shit. But the approach, okay, let me explain something to you guys out there. Asking a woman where she's going and what she's doing, you are a complete stranger. Do you think she's going to be turned on by you asking her personal ass questions? And then do you think she gives a fuck where you're going or what you're doing? She doesn't even know you. Then all of a sudden you're talking about her career and job. I guess what a lot of you guys understand is that these women are, when you meet them, they're going somewhere or they have something to do. They don't have time to sit around and tell you their whole life story of when they were a little girl, where she's going, and what her career and job is. So when she leaves, of course she's going to tell you she has a boyfriend. Why? Because you guys do the same exact things. You throw shit up on the wall.
Right.
You hope something sticks, and it doesn't. That's why you get the boyfriend rejection, because they find you. It is very weird and very creepy to ask a woman where she's going. Like, hey, where you going? yeah. Where? What do you do for a living? Yeah, and why don't you go ahead and write your address down, and let me go ahead and get your driver's license so I can, just to make sure you get home safely. I mean, that's just as bad, man. Y'all, I know that it's fucking crazy, Miss Lucario, but this is the problem a lot of guys are having, man, because they choose not to fucking do what's right, man. Man, let's just, let's just move on to the next one, because I this is fucking crazy to me, dog. You're up, man. Fuck.
All right, cool. So this one says, how many women does a man have to sleep with in order to be considered a ladies' man or a player? Is it actually realistic for the average guy to be able to sleep with 100 women or hundreds of women, or is it more realistic for a guy just to sleep with a few women? But my question is, how do you know, how realistic is it for a guy to actually be a player? So that's what he wants to,
well, okay,
he wants to know, can these dudes be players out here?
See, getting ass from a woman doesn't make you a player, guy. You're just a guy who's getting ass. What makes you a fucking player is by your behaviors and your actions towards women. When you can go and talk to women, multiple women, without worrying about what she says or what she thinks, and you are steadily stacking your chips up, and you are honest with these women, you're not lying to them, you're telling them what the fuck the deal is. That's the kind of stuff that makes you a player, because women want guys that other women want. That's just how things work. And the problem with you is you're thinking it's all about the sex and all the other stuff. Sure, that plays a part. I'm not saying it doesn't play a part, but you're talking about hundreds of women, but you're scared to walk up to just one. So to me, he sounds like you're worrying about the wrong things. Don't worry about trying to be a player, because if you're doing what Mr. Lucario and myself teach you, then guess what? She will notice that you're a player. You don't need to try to be a player. Just start talking to women. Load the women up. Don't be afraid. Be assertive. Do the things that the normal guy doesn't do. Then all of a sudden, she's going to start to see that your behaviors are a little bit different, then when she realizes you have other women, that's when you get crowned a player. You don't crown yourself a player. Women crown you as a bad boy, a jerk, an asshole, and a player based off of your behaviors with other women. Mr. Lucario, what do you have on that, sir?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real talk. And I think him even asking, like, is it realistic for the average guy? And see, the thing is, the average guy is, even just saying the average guy is implying you're average. So therefore, most of those guys will never be the type of guy someone will see as a player. And the thing is, it's not necessarily, because a lot of people want to be a player just for ego reasons. They want to say, oh, I'm a player, I got mad girls, all this other stuff. But like you're saying, it's not even necessarily about that. It's more so about you understanding the game and focusing on what you need to focus on to get from point A to point B. And then once you do that, you're actually going to get the result. You know what I mean? It's sort of like, it's almost like someone asking, let's say, like, if there's like, how realistic is it to become rich? You know what I mean? And it's like, well, if you focus on what you're trying to do, if you focus on your business, if you focus on getting your money right and all this other stuff and investing or doing this and doing that, then as a byproduct of doing all the right things, you will become rich. So it's the same thing where a person could say, oh, well, I want to have as much women as a player. Then, okay, well, or be that type of player, guys, then we'll focus on the things you actually need to do when it comes to interacting with women and attracting women and do the right things. Then as a result, you're going to get a lot of women. You see what I mean? So It's not necessarily a thing about, well, oh, is it realistic? It's as realistic as the amount of work you put in. It's as realistic as how much you actually focus on stepping up your game. And this is what, we tell you guys. And the reason why a lot of you guys don't necessarily even get the type of women players get or get the amount of women players get is because what happens is that you're so focused on being the player, but you're not focusing on what it takes to become that player or to become that who gets those things. So you even saying or thinking, well, I don't think it's realistic. You already thinking that it's not realistic is the thing that's stopping you from making it be a reality, because you already think you can't do it. You already think that girls not going to like you. You already think girls aren't going to be attracted to you. You think that you can't be the type of guy who is attractive to women. So by even saying that, thinking that it's not going to be realistic, like even, for example, my book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, when I first came out with that, even till today, sometimes people are like, that's crazy. Like, how's a guy going to have sex with 2 women in one day? And I'm like, are you serious? Like, that's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be times where if your game is so tight, you're going to have to turn down a lot of chicks because you just don't have time. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the time to be fucking with so many girls because all these girls want to fuck with you, but you ain't got the time because your joint is so on point that all these girls want to deal with you. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So it's not that it's not realistic. It's just not in your perspective right now because you haven't done what you need to do to even get to that perspective or see that type of lifestyle. You see what I mean? So,
Oh, absolutely.
It's crazy.
Absolutely. 515-605-9373 is the number. If you have a question, press 1, and we'll be happy to bring you in. I guess it is my turn. I got my last one. Let me see here. Read this one to you, Mr. Lucario. All right, here we go. Excuse me. All right, I met this girl at a gallery. We were very flirty when we met. We both flirted with each other. But I'm with my friend and she's with her friends, and we don't really get a chance to interact with each other the way I want to. It turns out that we have mutual friends, so I asked one of my mutual friends what the girl's deal is. She tells me that she has a boyfriend and don't worry about it. A week later, we run into each other at a party, some investment fund stuff. She proceeds to be really flirty, and she took my phone number, gave me her phone number, and made plans to come to a party I was having the next day. Then 3 days later, after we never actually met up, she casually drops that she has a boyfriend on a text. I'm just curious to what I'm missing here. It's not like either of these girls are important. Obviously, plenty of fish in the sea. But am I missing something? Is there any areas in which I can improve in? What's your take on that, Mr. Lucario?
So he's this chick who they told him, his friends told him that she has a boyfriend. She still gave him the number, and then when they text each other, that's when she admitted she had a boyfriend. Is that what he's asking?
Yeah, well,
going on with that?
Yeah, he's saying that I don't know. They really didn't meet up the next day like they were supposed to, but a few days later, she drops that she has a boyfriend in a text message.
Right. Well, that's what it is that she probably does have a boyfriend. She gave him the number, they exchanged numbers, and then she felt guilty about not letting him know she got a boyfriend, which is why she texted him to say, hey, I got a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, it's just like sometimes either these chicks will just do that, they'll flirt with you, exchange numbers because they like the attention, and then later on they'll just either flake on you or dodge your calls, or they might, do what she did and say I have a boyfriend, or she's probably just letting you know she has a boyfriend so that if she is thinking about cheating on him, she wants to, or if she's thinking about dealing with you, she wants you to deal with her with that information. Now, if you want to deal with her and she has a boyfriend, that's on you. I usually don't suggest dealing with chicks without boyfriends because a lot of these dudes are simps out here a lot of times. But, that's just probably what it is, where she probably felt guilty afterwards and letting you know, hey, I got a boyfriend and, we can't do it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
213, we'll bring you in 1 second, 213. Nah, and I just want to say on that issue right there, Ms. Lucario, is that if I'm exchanging information with you, it's because I want to take you out and get to know you better. You don't need to tell me in no text later on.
Right.
And see, that's my problem with most of these guys. They think just because they exchange information without telling or giving women reasons why they're exchanging the information, they already assume that these women know that, okay, you know what? Oh, yeah, he likes me, so we're going to – no, they don't know that. That's why you got to tell them what is and stop fucking thinking about what is. So let's go ahead and bring this call in. Area code, guys, 515-605-9373 is the number. Press 1, and we'll love to bring you in. 213, what's your name and what's your question? What you got, man?
What's good, y'all? My name is Touch. I'm calling from California, the main man Touch. I'm calling because, man, I have something I've been thinking about, and I feel like a lot of these ladies, man, they go out hunting for niggas just to embarrass them, kind of in a way, man. More like they'll go out, fuck with you, take your number down. Bitch won't call you. You know what I'm saying? So these guys need to start worrying about whether the bitch is in love or if you got her number. Honestly, I look at it like this. Who gives a fuck about the results? Because at the end of the day, I just feel like bitches are just, I'm telling you something.
Dog, what the fuck? Wait, stop. What's your question, man? Turn the radio down. What's the question? Because what you're saying is full of shit, dog. I don't know what the fuck you're saying. That's terrible. Everything you're saying is fucking wrong. So, do you want to talk about your statement or do you have a question?
I mean, I had a question, but I guess.
Well, let's hear your question. Let's hear your question because your statement was totally off. Because the reason women treat guys like bitches because you guys act like bitches in their eyes. That's why. These women are easy to pick up if you're a man about your shit. So.
No, they're easy.
No, but you just said
easy.
You just okay. What's your question, man? Let's just go to your question. What's your question you got, man?
My question is, look, basically what I'm trying to say is, there's a lot of females that go out and look like they need the attention. They ask for the attention, but them bitches don't really need the attention. My brother, is what I'm saying.
Hey, that's a statement. Okay, dog. Did you have a question or a statement? That's a statement. You're not. That's not a question. What's your question?
No, I mean, I guess I'll call back if I have a question.
Well, then, all right, get your ass off, man. This is the fucking shit I'm talking about, Mr. Lucario. This is why motherfuckers don't get women, because they don't even know what the fuck they talking about when it comes to women, man. You hear that shit talking about, what did he say, Mr. Lucario? Women are mean and hateful, and what the fuck did he say, Mr. Lucario?
Now you know what it is the thing is, right? What guys don't understand is they're seeing women generally just through the lens of their perspective. You understand? But their perspective is coming from how they interact with women. But this is what I don't understand. Women, because I was listening to my dude Alan Roger Curry's podcast the other day, and he was talking about, and I totally agree with him with this, where he was saying that a woman will act different ways towards different guys.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So like I could be dating Tiffany, and then Tiffany could be dating Steve the Dean, and then Tiffany is fronting on me. She's like, oh, I got to get to know you first, and I don't really have sex on the first date. And then Steve the Dean meets Tiffany next week, and he ends up fucking on the first date. You see what I'm saying? So a woman is going to act and respond differently towards different guys, and the way that she responds is a direct reflection of how you are coming into the situation.
Mr. Carl, let me ask you a question.
So,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish. I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish.
No, go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. What did he say? What did he say his name was? What name did he say he was? What was his name?
Oh, I didn't even know. I didn't even hear him. I forgot.
He said his name was Tent. Your boy. I don't know what the fuck is that. That right there is the first problem. Because listen, your name is Hashim. Am I correct? Last I checked, right? Right. Okay.
Right.
You don't have a rapper name. You don't have a thug name. You just you are Hashim, right? I know that's not that motherfucker's name right there. That's strike one right there. Because this is the problem. If you want bottom of the barrel bitches, then have that stupid ass, silly ass name shit. But to sit there and say that women have these attitudes, you know what? Absolutely. You know what? And look, I'm not the last one to defend women. But you want to know why they have the attitudes, Mr. Lucario? Because every fucking day of their life, they run into a bunch of losers who have no idea what the fuck they're saying. They don't know what they're saying or what they're doing. And every day they run into these guys over and over and over and over and over again. And why won't they have the attitude? Because you know what? A lot of these guys, like you said, Mr. Lucario, they only seep to their level. A lot of these young men, this is why they need shows like this, because their thinking is what is hurting them the most. This is why they don't get the success that they do, Mr. Lucario, because what I always say, Mr. Lucario, if you're a beta male or a cookie cutter and you ask yourself an alpha question, do you think you really gonna get an alpha answer? You're gonna get what your mindset is, and for a lot of individuals, they don't know what they don't know, and that's the problem. So they're going. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say I agree with what you're saying, and on top of that is I think because like what happens is that you're gonna have some girls who are just bitches. You understand?
Yes,
like they just got issues. Like, but that's a smaller percentage than what most guys actually realize. You know what I'm saying? Like most chicks are receptive, but they're receptive to a certain type of dude. You know what I'm saying? And so what?
So what happens? Go ahead, please.
Go ahead. What you saying?
No, please. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Please.
Oh no, I was saying.
Okay.
Oh no, I was saying that women are receptive to a certain type of dude. So like we were saying earlier, how sometimes when guys be approaching women, or you like you were saying earlier, how they'll be sounding all creepy, saying, "Oh, where you live," and blah 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 blah. So what happens is I always tell guys, imagine you're a woman. Just for 5 minutes, imagine you're a chick, right? And every time you walk out the house, let's say you get 20 dudes try to holler at you today when you walk out the house, and let's say 19 of those dudes come up and say to you, "Hey, miss, how you doing? Where do you work at? And where do you live and whatever." You understand? And the next guy come up, "Hey, miss, how you doing? What's going on with you? How's your day going?" Next guy come up, "Hey, miss, how you?" So you got 19 dudes saying the same shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then you got that one guy who actually brings something different and knows how to interact with a girl in a way to where it's interesting. You feel what I'm saying? So now what happens is that girl, she responds to that one guy, differently than she responds to the other 19. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and so now you got the other 19 who are saying, yo, these chicks out here is bitches, they mad whack, oh my God, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Miss LaCar. Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Yeah, we have another call, but I just want to say his name was Touch. Now, what grown up ass adult is gonna walk up to a woman and say, "How you doing? My name is Touch." I know his parents didn't name him Touch. And then if his parents named him Touch, he needs to go get his name changed. I know his name is not Touch, but this is why women treat them like that, because for some reason they watch so much TV and shit. They think they have an alias name. They think they're so cool that a woman's gonna really. Anyway, let's go to the next caller. Area code 214. Now we are only on for 5 more minutes, or wait, 10 more minutes. So 214. What's your name, sir, and what's your question?
Hey, Coach. Hey, Lucario. This is Ethan. How you guys doing? Man?
What's up, Ethan? Big E. What's up, man? What's up, brother?
Yeah, I actually had 2 things I wanted to talk about, man. Because, look, I just wanted to address the couple of guys that were on before me. Like, just get coaches approaching one of what have you, and then the conversation classes. Because, man, once you get that shit, you really don't need that, like, all that facade and all that extra shit that you guys are doing. Because, I mean, I've been on this for, like, I want to say, like, 2 months now, and I've been talking over, like, 30 women a day, and, like...
hey, dog, that shit feel good as a motherfucker, don't it? Don't it feel good?
The conversation classes, they help me, man, so much.
Yes, sir. Okay, what was your question, fam? What's your question?
Well, my question was, because like I was saying before, how I'm, like, talking to, like, multiple women, and
yes.
Like, a lot of them have been telling me, like, once I give them the business card and,
yes.
like, I get in and out, like, talking to them for, like, a couple minutes or whatever.
Yes, sir.
They asking me, like, oh, shit, you're actually, like, coming off as a player, what have you? And then,
wait, stop.
Like,
wait, stop.
Stop.
Stop. See, hey, Mr. Lucario, see that? See that?
Right.
What did we say early on?
Exactly.
You don't have to.
We were just talking about that.
We were just talking about that, guys. You don't have to try to be a player. Your behaviors are gonna make them think you're a player. I'm sorry, 214. We just got excited because we were just talking about that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead, 214. So she thinks you're a player.
One chick. Well, yeah, because the thing was, there was this one Latina chick named Sarah, right? And apparently she was told, like, she has a friend whose name was Angela, who's like this Turkish chick, because I talked to her about a week ago, but through her, she told me that her friend Angela got my business card as well, and I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I mistakenly hit up, like, chicks that are, like, friends or whatever,
right?
Which I didn't even know, but she was like, wow, that, like, do you do this with, like, every chick you talk to? And I'm like, I gave her, like, do you want the truth from me, or do you want me to just lie to you?
Good.
Honestly, when I talk to beautiful women, I just have to go after them and just talk to them and just let them know where I stand.
Yes.
Because once you catch my eye,
yes,
like, it's I just can't help it. Like, it's
and what
just
did
what
she
I do. But
yeah, what did she say when you said that?
She didn't really say much. She just smiled and she actually laughed a bit, and she was like, oh, well, I can respect that. And then she even said that she had a boyfriend, but I was like, okay, well, I can respect that, but once you just want to have a little fun or just want to talk or what have you, here's my card, just give me a call.
Yes.
And I just went about my day like that was it. And she was like, okay, she took the card and she just walked off. But,
cool.
Man, like all that extra stuff, and I can understand from like before when I wasn't on your show or whatever and I wasn't listening to you, I had like the same exact like anxiety problems and all that, and I'm still working on it too. Like I'm nowhere near perfect, but I've just seen so much results from listening to all your products, man. So I just wanted to let these guys know, like, just invest in yourself, and it's the best feeling like you have. So
okay, great.
That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, well, thank you, 214. We'll put you back in the queue. Much love. Thank you, sir. Miss Lucario, let's go ahead and put him in the queue. We only got about 7 more minutes. Hold on, wait. I think Touch is calling back in. Let me bring Touch in. Touch, please turn down your radio or whatever you have in the background so we can hear you, okay? 213, this is Touch. What you got for us, Touch? What's up? Touch. Okay. I guess you have nothing to say. All right. Well, we'll put you back in. All right. I guess he had nothing to say. I guess he pressed the button. I don't know. Maybe he has a call back or something. Anyway, go ahead, Mr. Lucario. You got an email to read, and if y'all want to call in, go ahead. But real quick, Mr. Lucario, this is what I'm. See, that's why I got excited, Mr. Lucario. Why? Because
exactly.
Because this is what Mr. Lucario and I have been telling you guys. You don't need to deem yourself a player. Your actions is going to make you a player based off of what you say. Wait a second. I think Touch is back in. Area code 213 Touch. What's up, man? Turn down your radio.
Sorry, guys.
Turn down your radio, man.
All right, hold on.
Please.
I'm driving.
All right, okay.
Yeah, you hear me better?
Yeah, what's good with you? What's up, Touch?
Yeah, we hear you.
Nah, my question is, honestly, I just want to know what time like you guys come on at night so that I could catch it, because I'm in the West Coast, so that my question could be better. I'm saying probably didn't come out as I wanted it to.
Well, no, that's cool. You know, we about tough love, and let's Touch. The reason why we about tough love is because this. If you can handle myself and Mr. Lucario, you gotta keep turning. Mute yourself. Just mute yourself.
I'm built. Okay, I'm definitely built for that.
All right, mute yourself real quick. I mean, we ain't gonna hang up on you. Just mute yourself because it's repeating in the back. Well, no, you stay on. I'll mute you and I'll bring you back on. How about that? I'll bring you back on. But Touch, what I'm saying is, Mr. Lucario, what days do you come on?
I'm on Fridays from 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that would probably be, I don't know what, 12 or something.
No, 3:12. Yeah, 12 o'clock. Like yes. And Touch.
Right.
And Touch, I'm on 6 o'clock your time on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm on at your time, Touch. And again, what I was saying to you, Touch, is that we are about tough love because we want you to be able to handle these fucking women. We don't want you to get ran over and mistreated by these fucking women. And I don't want to see the women do you wrong. We just want you to be the man that we know you can be, dog. The man that women want to sleep with instead of use for different shit. And I'm going to bring you in real quick because I figure I might have a catch. Okay, but do you understand what we're saying, Touch?
Yeah, I hear everything you're saying, brother.
Man, what is your name, dude? I don't want to call you Touch. What's your name, man?
Look, my name is Jay, man. I don't want the world to know my name, man.
Jay, listen, Jay. There's a billion Jays in the world. No one knows who you are, Jay. It's okay.
That's a fact.
That's no doubt. So yeah, just be Jay, okay? Be Jay. You know what I mean? There you go. All right.
Cool.
Okay, Jay. Well, we'll put you back in. Lucario, you got one more email to read, and then we're gonna wrap this motherfucker up. So what you got, man?
All right, cool. So this one's real quick. It just says, what's up? I'm a big fan of the show. Was talking to this girl. I got her Facebook. So we texted each other back and forth for a while. Then all of a sudden, the communication went to an abrupt stop. I know I'm supposed to charge it to the game, but I want to know what I did wrong. I remember saying I'm simple and she's complicated. And then the communication stopped. So I don't know what that's about.
Wait a second. Wait. He said she's simple? But he's simple.
Yeah, he said that. I said that. He said I'm simple and she's complicated. That's what he said to her.
Fuck. All right, guys, let me tell you something. Guys, I love you. Guys, gather around. Your boy Dean loves you. The Steve the Dean loves you, man. Let me tell you guys something. The thing that makes you complicated is connected to you being mysterious to women. Women love guys they can't figure out. The reason why you're not complicated and she is number one, you can't figure her out. That's why she's complicated. The reason why she sees you as easy is because you don't have any standards about yourself. That's why everything's all clusterfuck, Mr. Lucario, because these guys don't know how to have standards around these fucking women. They're not, let me tell you something, they're not complicated. They're very emotional and very horny. Just those two. And the third thing is C part 1 and 2. That's what they are. Mr. Carr, what do you have on that, fam?
Real talk. You said they're emotional and horny. That's the thing. And what I think what guys got to understand too is that, you know, the best that you can be as you're going to attract more women because women are always looking for the best type of dude. And you got to understand, a lot of guys out here are not really up to par, and they're not up to par because they don't have any game. The game is weak. Because just like a dude that called earlier, he was like, "Yo, before I wasn't really making it happen, and now I'm out here talking to these girls. I'm getting, exchanging numbers, giving girls my car, we getting it popping." And you could just hear in his voice that he's improved himself. He's stepped his shit up. So he's gonna start getting way more women than he's had in the past. And what's going to happen is that there's going to be a lot of guys who's not going to be able to even be on his level because they're not trying to step up their game. So he's going to stand out crazy. And this is why you always see like a guy who gets girls, he gets more and more women, is because he starts to become the top-notch dude. And so when you're the top-notch dude, you stand out above everybody else, and that's when all the women want to gravitate to you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how women are. Women are always looking at that best guy. They want to be. This is why a guy could be dealing with like 3, 4, 5 girls at a time, and the girls know about it, and they don't really think of it as a big deal because they just all want a piece of him. They're just happy to be able to be with that guy. They'd rather to be with that dude than to be dealing with 2 whack beta males that's not really attractive. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
that's usually how it goes sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt. We're about to We're about to wrap it up now, but I just want to say real quick, Ms. Lucario, I'm sure it made his day when a woman called him a player. I'm sure that was probably the first time someone's ever called him that. And he's like, fuck, I finally made it, man. I made it.
Right.
So I'm proud of that, man. I'm proud of him. Yes. All right, Ms. Lucario, we're about to wrap this up because I got to do an O'Shea vlogcast. So why don't you go ahead and tell everybody real quick how they can get in touch with you and everything, brother.
All right, cool. Yeah, so guys, make sure you definitely check me out every Friday, 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. on my YouTube channel, Lucario Fan, for the live stream. Also, make sure you go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership. And also go to my Patreon page. It's patreon.com/Mr. Lucario and become a Patreon subscriber. And last thing, make sure you hit me up at MrLucario.com to get the 30-minute game sessions so that you guys can step up your game. All right, so that's pretty much it.
All right, Mr. Lucario. And guys, y'all want to holler at me, go to themanmindset.com. We've got free videos. Matter of fact, guys, I do want to let y'all know real quick. We got the Halloween game. I have it on the page. I want to make sure that you guys get it early. So I want to prepare you guys for Halloween night at the club when you get to wear the costume. And I promise you, the costume I have for you is going to bring beautiful, sexy women to you. So we have that. We have released the Texan Toolkit, and our membership is open on the Patreon account, The Man Mindset. So if you want to give Ms. Lucario, you have his information. You want to give it me, you have mine. So this is just our 1-hour show, so we will holler at you guys later. Hey, Ms. Lucario, you have a fucking great-ass weekend, my brother. And for everybody else, don't forget, go to www.themanmindset.com if you have any questions or anything like that. We have free information, free boot camps. I show you how to cook meals for women. We have the erogenous zone, free boot camps, a lot of free information, and we have our dating chat line all the way at the bottom of the page where you can hear what women are saying to me, get on there, test it out for free, hear what the women say, and see how many women you can pull. Anyway, man, I'm the motherfucking Dean, and yeah, I got to get on because Miss Lucario is going to be sending me a link, so I got to jump on the O'Shea vlogcast pretty soon. Anyway, guys, I'm good, and we will definitely holler at you guys next Friday, okay? I'm the Dean. I will see you on Tuesday, guys, for the email show from the Man Mindset.